The Bengals have benched Andy Dalton. Unbelievable. Honestly, this is way overdue. One of the last 3 years that we missed the playoffs, he should have been benched one of those years in favor of A.J. McCarron when he was still on the team, because there were points even when he was here that we weren't going to make the playoffs. It was obvious. But Dalton stayed in there. And now we're 0-8. And the backup quarterback, Ryan Finley, who showed promise in the preseason, he's getting a chance to start now. And I'm happy for him. I really am. I think Dalton's time is up. He's had time to show what he can do here. He made the playoffs 4 times as a quarterback, lost 4 playoff games. He didn't lose the last playoff game against Pittsburgh, but in the postseason, we saw what he was, and he wasn't much. He used to be a good regular season quarterback and not a good postseason quarterback, but now he's not even really a good regular season quarterback if you ask me. So, he's average, to be fair, he's done okay given the circumstances this year. I think he's like 5th in the league in passing yards or something like that, but still though, he's had an opportunity to get it done here, and he just hasn't got it done. So I'm happy that Finley is getting an opportunity to start right now. So yeah, it's way overdue. I'm really happy that he's getting a shot. I'm excited to see at the next home game what Finley can do. Hopefully the excitement that he brought in the preseason can be carried over into the regular season. Because you're 0-8. What do you have to lose? Give Finley a shot. And depending on how he does this year, like if he just totally wows and surprises people the rest of the year, I still would probably draft a quarterback next year. I think that by benching Dalton, the Bengals have made it clear that they might that they'll probably draft a quarterback next year. I hope they do. But, this is a step in the right direction. We got rid of Marvin Lewis. Now we benched Andy Dalton, and maybe he could be gone next year, because those two guys, obviously, as you know, were huge hindrances to our success, or have been this decade. Marvin Lewis was his whole time here, and Andy Dalton has been a hindrance to our success his whole time here. So removing those two from the picture is a big step forward for this team, and maybe a sign of hope for this team. But, the ultimate problem, Mike Brown, I don't think there's going to be any hope in Cincinnati until he steps down as owner, until somebody else takes over the reins. But two key cogs in the Bengals' disasters over the years, Marvin Lewis and Andy Dalton, they're both gone now. Well, Dalton's benched, but that's a sign that he probably could be gone next year. So, there's a reason for Bengals fans, a little bit of reason, like not totally because of the other roster issues, but I'm saying at the quarterback position, there's reason for Bengals fans to be optimistic now. So, like I said, congratulations, Ryan Finley. I'm glad you're getting a shot. They benched Andy Dalton on his birthday, by the way. So, I guess happy birthday, Andy, is what the Bengals were saying. But yeah, to me, I wouldn't really think that was a good birthday present. If that happened on my birthday and I got benched as a quarterback of an NFL team, I wouldn't, to be honest, I wouldn't be very happy. But, it is what it is. Things happen sometimes, and I really hope Finley comes in and electrifies. I really do. Because, like I said, we're a winless team. We don't have anything to lose. Dalton's clearly had his time to succeed in Cincinnati, and he hasn't done it. So, I'm glad that finally there's a change at the quarterback position. I'm glad that, there's hope at the position for the future, and we'll see what he can do. So, congrats, Ryan Finley. I can tell you this is something that Marvin Lewis never would have done if he was still the head coach. But, I'm glad Zach Taylor made that decision. I'd say Mike Brown probably had some influence on it too, which I know that, he's okay with sticking, he just wants to stick with the status quo. He never wants to change anything. He doesn't want to, he doesn't want to fire players. Fire coaches, get rid of players. He's okay with sticking with the same thing. So even that's a reason why I'm surprised that they did this, but it's a good sign. It really is. So I'm excited. Congrats, Ryan Finley. I hope you do well. I really do. And yeah, go out there and shock some people.